Hey, start spreading the news. We are live. I am growing in the winter beard, working on that. Um, Always found I'm a school teacher, so my facial hair grows in pretty fast. So over these vacations, every 2 years, it's always every 2 years, I'll let it grow in over a vacation, and I'll come back and they'll be surprised that it's grown out. We have some fun with it, getting rid of it because we'll get rid of it in phases. So we'll usually go to like a mustache phase or a goatee or whatever, and then be rid of it by the summertime. Still got Milton here. Hey, buddy. I think I really need to bring him to a game. Hey, bud. Probably not to the Spurs on Sunday because he is a beast. He's not a great dog for sitting and hanging out with because he's very strong and wants to be doing stuff. He's, for whatever reason, at baseball games, like Frederick Bowie, he'll sit and be moderately good. But I've never tried him for a Spurs game at the pub. Thank you. I brought him to UMBC for a baseball game last year, and that did not go well because he just won't sit. He wants to go, 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 and he's very strong. So he literally pulled me right out of my chair. You do that, buddy. Yeah. But it'll be fun to bring him somewhere. He had a nice trip to New York with me, speaking of New York. All right. So last year, my Santa jersey, oh, here comes Chacha for his turn. My Santa jersey was the Frederick Keys jersey. And this year, you can tell we're going the Yankees. I didn't go with the Yankees, Santa with the Yankees. Oh, yeah, I should mention Chacha. This is not my dog. We are not fostering him. We did not adopt him. Someone else adopted him, but they can't take him until they leave. Yes, so they lived here. Now they live somewhere else. They're in town visiting for the holidays. Adopted this little guy, but they couldn't grab him just yet. So they're not going to grab him for another couple days. So I guess he's just kind of hanging out. He's not a foster. Usually, So he'll hang out with us for a bit. So I usually get one jersey a year for Christmas. And I probably shouldn't let you stand on it, huh, bud? So I made a list of jerseys that I would be interested in and why. And then Santa, in his infant wisdom, picked which jersey I would get. So you can see it is the classic pinstripe New York Yankee jersey. Now, I grew up on the Yankees. I mentioned that during the 80s and 90s. This was my team. Oh, no. I left my slicer in the other room. Oh, I'm going old school. So during the 80s and 90s, early 2000s, Yankees were my team. And that was the team I was currently following. And of course, I was all aware of the Yankee tradition. And then around early 2000s, when they won that World Series, I had moved on. I checked off my list. They had the player strike, ECHL. They won their titles, and I just moved on. Didn't really follow MLB for 20 years. Picked up the O's, and then the O's rapidly got disappointing, not just with their play, but they jacked up the prices at the same time they cut the perks. So last year I hardly followed the O's at all. But now they're getting serious again. Like, they are using free agency and making more aggressive trades. Whether it works or not, at least they're being serious. Now, MLB in general isn't looking too great right now. But it's something. We did catch the Commanders game yesterday. At least most of it. In fact, my little one kind of she suggested I take this to school, but school's in Baltimore, and it's not terribly well thought of there, and I don't follow it terribly close. But that is the thing. So, implication now, it's really, really hard to be both a Baltimore and New York fan. So I'm definitely a fan of the Yankee tradition, but I know very few of the current players and don't follow them very much. But I guess this will bring that whole matter to a head. I can't imagine being able to be truly, oh yeah, this is my number one and my number two team. It's just hard to do that. There will definitely be a couple of Yankee-Oriole games. Yankees will also be at the Nationals. I would consider, Philly's not. I don't think the Yankees are playing in Philly this year. Ooh. Signing day. Ty Felton. Who I never actually saw play as a Terrapin. But there he is. So we'll see. Did get a ticket package for Frederick Keys. As what did I do here? Okay. As one might expect, got the sweet upgrade. Although it's a non-fireworks night, and it's got to be early in the season, so we'll probably pick like maybe an early Sunday afternoon game. If not, it'll have to be like a midweek. Which is fine. It would just have to be a school night, which is a little bit harder. All right. So this is a mega box of Chrome Ravens. Who are they officially eliminated from the playoffs or just very, very close to it? I've hardly followed at all. So anyway, we'll get to see. Well, all right. So baseball. It's almost January. So February is when Terps officially start. So they'll be number one for the early season. Then we've got UMBC and perhaps even Towson. And whatever other local games there are. Did decide to up and get a season ticket for only crop dusters. Because, well, quite frankly, they're the only team in town. Nice little stadium. College players. and just down the road. So I had a season ticket with them for a couple years. Bill got a shot. Got my Frederick keys. That was just a 10-pack. And figure that Sweet Night will use up at least half of those tickets. So more realistically, I'll probably get more Frederick. Bowie is just out maybe one game, maybe an Aberdeen or two, especially if it's a decent promotion. It wasn't a bad stadium. Just not a great, or it's not my favorite league. Oh, I know, buddy. So we'll see. Am I not done petting? I know. And then maybe we see about other games where Orioles or Yankees. Oh, I was going to say Frederick Keys play a Yankees affiliate. We'll kind of see. My general philosophy is to go where I'm excited about going. So certainly some opportunities. There is a UMBC or two game or two coming up. I've never. All right, it's been last year. I didn't go to any University of Maryland basketball. I've never been to University of Maryland men's basketball. So we might give that a shot. Are you update series? No. Series 2? Series 2. There's a lot of basketball moving in with Baltimore getting a new men's team this year. They're going to get a women's team next year. All right, a couple top loaders. We've got a Gary Sanchez blue to 150. We've got a Tomiyuka Sengawa Mojo. As basketball has gone up, hockey has kind of gone down a little bit. It might be too spread out. All right. Big old honking box of Allen and Ginter. Nope. No, what are you? What the hell? What the hell? Hoodie. I was going to say, I thought this was a really big box. Mitchell and Ness. So, I guess it's a clothing company. And the hoodie was included with the case, and I want it. I don't know. It's an XL, so maybe a little bit small for me. perhaps for the kids or the wife. But an Allen Ginter hoodie. Okay. And here's the cards. I'll have to go back and see exactly how I won that. I don't usually watch the breaks because then you get the FOMO. Oh, I should have got that team, or I should have done that. And this way, when it arrives, I can be surprised when I open it. Oh boy. There's a number on it. I should write that number down so I can go back and see what I've done. I'll just do this. There we go. Come on. Pick it up. There it is. Beaching it. All right. Well, I guess we'll save the minis for last. Just got a bunch of players here. All right. We've got Jose Altuve, a cheater. And it's a mini. He's short. We went to an Astros-Oriole game a couple years ago. And I was sitting kind of low on the first base side. And an Astros fan was sitting near us. And like he kept yelling nice things at Altuve. Yeah, Altuve, we love you. And he looked over a couple times. And I waited until I knew we had his attention. I just yelled, cheater! And he stopped looking over. Piece of crap. All right, we got Ricky Henderson in the A's. And a chrome. So getting the only crop duster tickets, it would be nice someday to live in a sports town or city. Doesn't matter if it's a large city or a smaller one, but it would be nice to live in a college town or a city, large or small, where all of my sports are right there. So Baltimore's about 45 minutes. Joe Torre, sideburn goals. Looks like he hasn't quite gotten enough sleep. So whether it's college town or a major league sports city, or just a city that has 2 or 3 minor league sports like a Bowie or a Frederick, where you can get all you need right in that one town. Right, Posada. Wearing the same jersey I'm wearing. See, when I was a kid, never got jerseys. I don't think. I think my first jersey was in college. I think it was probably my hockey jersey. Because I grew up and you just didn't get jerseys. And you cut it. There's one of these Yankees. Hey, Butters. And now I try to get a jersey or two per year. So, do not have a Caps. Do not have a Nationals. Do not have a Wizards. Don't have a Ravens. For Maryland, I have the baseball jersey. UMBC. I've got the giveaway soccer jersey, the giveaway baseball jersey. But not like an actual replica basketball jersey. Not. So they have a thing once a year where they open up the hockey store and you can buy like the actual player's jersey for yourself. I haven't done that yet. Hockey is still a little spread out. Where I've got the Bears. I've got UMBC. I've got University of Maryland. I enjoy them all. None has really cleared the field. UMBC, University of Maryland is closest at the Ice House. It's also kind of late at night. The Bears, it's more of a spectator experience, a little bit farther away. And my ticket package is just for Fridays, which really only means twice a month. Maryland and UMBC, when they go, they go. But they're kind of off for right now. Max Scherzer. So I do have an actual box of Allen and Ginter, which we'll do at some point, because that is really the Allen Ginter experience. I used to joke that my college roommate was Barry Larkin. He was not Barry Larkin. This is Barry Larkin. Double play Danielson. All right. I've always liked the Athletics. It's kind of weird. I'm not from there. Have been to a couple games out there. Again, with MLB TV, they block you out of watching your local team. So you get West Coast teams, and there's a Butler jersey piece. So the Orioles, through their local blackouts, make it so you either have to pay extra money to get the Orioles, or you listen on the radio, which is fine. Baseball is great on the radio. Or you end up with West Coast teams or non-local teams. Okay. There's a Garrett Cole jersey piece. Looks like an away jersey. Very cool. And I got Phil Rizzuto back in the day. All right. And I got a chrome refractor. And we got a mini black border. I know with that in Ginter, you got to check the backs a lot. All right. And then we got a couple minis. We've got Beachnets, which look like a postcard. All right, Santa Monica. My uncle is out there. We used to spend summers trading houses with them. So they would live in New York for a few weeks, and we would live in California. And like I was late elementary school to early high school when we were making these trips. And like I would go to the beach by myself. And he lived maybe a mile from the beach. And I would just send myself out on my way and walk or bike ride to the beach and hang out at the beach all day. Like I did that. And I think now that my girls are like that age, and I would never ever let them do that. Like I would bike ride from my uncle's house, like a mile from the beach, to Santa Monica Beach. And then I would get all the way down to like Redondo, Manhattan Beach. State birds. And I would spend a whole day doing this. And this was before cell phones or anything. So I would just get up on my own, take off out of the house on my own, ride the bike to the beach, and literally just spend the entire day going up and down. Here's Maryland. Literally spend my entire day going up and down the coast. All by myself. And then I would head home all by myself. And I'm fine. Chickadee. A hermit thrush for Vermont. They don't have the mountain set this year. I've been getting so much in mountains lately. Like my YouTube rabbit holes these days often involve hiking in the mountains. We'll get into it at some point, but for right now, I am getting a lot fewer cards. Interesting. Utah's a seagull. Now, they're not on the ocean, but I know the seagulls ate the crickets. Is that the story? The grasshoppers? I did. For this new women's basketball team, they had a thing that said, we'll name the team. So I came up with the idea of the Baltimore checker spots. It's a butterfly. Mystics. It's a butterfly that is officially Maryland state insect. Right. So I got the Mystics, I guess, in a break, or at least a couple players. 2 hits. We've got Leah Edwards to 199. And an Aaliyah Edwards jersey piece, non-numbered. Interesting. I'm going to read what it says on the back here in a second. The enclosed officially licensed material is not associated with any specific player, game, or event. So officially licensed material means it likely is a jersey off like the team store website, I assume. But not player worn, not game used. So it's maybe not even her jersey. It's just a jersey piece in a card with her picture on it. So I don't think, I mean, they're cool, but they're not that cool for that reason. But even Awesome Con is coming up, and my wife is all excited about all the people there. I got a picture once. Adam Savage. It was during the pandemic, so like you're separated by a barrier, and you literally just stand next to him and take the picture, and like you literally have less than 10 seconds that you're in there because they got to keep the line moving because there's a long line. It's cool, but it's super impersonal at the same time. So like some of these autograph cards, they're cool, but it's not like it was signed for me or for any reason. Like, I don't know. Autograph cards are sort of the coolest cards you can get, but it's not like the person spent more than 2 seconds actually thinking about it, and they didn't sign it for you, and they couldn't care less, which is fine. I'm just saying that memorabilia, cards, pictures, I don't know. I prefer for things that mean something rather than, yeah, like I stood next to this guy for 5 seconds, took a picture, and like that was it. So I don't know. I do have some interest in going to the cons and all that, but I don't like the impersonal part. Like I mentioned that first jersey I got. That first jersey I got meant something because number one, it was given. It was not paid for. It was not, oh, I paid for this, so they have to give me that. It was that, hey, thank you for all you've done for us for the last 4 years. Here's a jersey with your name on it. We really appreciate everything you've done for us. It's just not on the same level as, I walked into a team store, bought this, now it's mine. And that's why that jersey means way more to me than any of the other ones I have. I have some like hockey jerseys from back in the day in Glens Falls, ECHL, where like the person I bought it from might actually know who I was. That's a different level. Some of my stuff I've gotten signed lately, my bat, my basketball, like that might actually mean something because those players might actually know who I was and are legitimately thankful that I've gone to games. At least I hope they are, but who knows? Yeah, you just got to have a little bit of meaning behind it. At least that's my feeling. All right, so I'm going to take off because we got stuff going on tonight, and trying to get my wife on because Santa did also bring me a box of Topps Holiday, so maybe we can convince her to open that. I don't know exactly what my sports plans for the week are. There are a couple of basketball games, including at University of Maryland and UMBC next 2 nights. If I was going to get into DC for a basketball or hockey game, this would be a good time to do it, but I don't know if I will. Or not, just rest, refresh, and look forward to next time. See you guys.